what God has for you. He said that he would supply all of your needs according to his riches and glory. So why are you depending on your own? How deep is your faith? This woman was sick for 12. That's a long time to be sick. For 12 years. Don't you think she would have got tired? I would have got tired if I was sick for that long, knowing that I've given everything that I've had. I've talked to all the doctors. I talked to my friends, and now I lost friends because of the Mosaic law. She was known as unclean. So it didn't matter what good deeds she did already because she was known as unclean. It didn't matter that she came to church Sunday after Sunday. She was still unclean. It didn't matter how much she praised God. She was still unclean. It didn't matter how many times she raised her hand and said, God, I thank you. She was still unclean. It didn't matter how sweet she was, how nice she was, how many good deeds she did. No matter what she did, she was known as unclean. She couldn't sleep with her husband. She couldn't talk to nobody. She was just a lonely, desperate woman trying to get healed. She was in a position to where she didn't have nobody. And see, that's what happens today. Some of us get in positions where we don't have anybody. But we really want to have somebody. We really want that person we could call at 12 o'clock midnight. We want that person that we could Facebook. We want that person that we could tweet. But sometimes God puts us in a situation just to see how deep our faith is. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, how deep is your faith? That's sad to go to church all your life and still be unclean. That's sad to come to Bible study year in, and you're still unclean. She couldn't even go to the grocery store without touching the groceries, and everything that she touched became unclean. That's sad that you can't even hug somebody and they come unclean just because you touched them. But this woman kept on going. That's what I like about this story. She kept on going for 12 years. She kept on going. She didn't care about what folks said about her. She didn't care how folks looked at her. All she did, she wanted to be healed. She wanted to be set free. She wanted to be delivered. She was sick and tired of going through the hell she had to go through, so she kept on going. She figured if you couldn't do it, maybe somebody over here can do it. And if you can't do it, maybe somebody back yonder will do it. And if they can't do it, I'm going to call my mama. Maybe she can help me. Maybe my mama can't do it, I'm going to call my daddy. But she kept on going. It's something about having faith that just opened up doors that were closed in your face. It's something about having faith that you can go to sleep at night knowing that everything will be all right. It's not by coincidence that you went through what you went through and how the doctor saw that there was blood in your urine, but you had faith that everything was going to be all right. I know this is Bible study, but I really feel like preaching. Because when I was studying, my faith was getting increased. The things that I thought I couldn't do, I felt that I could do them. I felt that I could get out of bed in spite of what's going on. See, one thing was going back in my home church, 4 people have died in 3 months. 4 people. I got a call today. I was studying, and I knew it was bad news when I got the call. She said, Sister Brugson, she died today. They had a funeral today at my church. Deacon Marshall, he was a very good friend of mine, and he always said, son, I really couldn't understand what he was saying, but I heard when he said, son, you sure did preach. I heard that part. And that man meant something to me. This man came to Sunday school, would be 3 folks out there. For years, from the time I was little. See, Sunday school was never big in my home church. But when I was little, this man was at Sunday school. He kept on going. Though, in spite of what it looked like, he kept on going. And see, that's what we have to decide today. In spite of what things look like, will we keep on going? The first thing I want to talk about is you have to have determination. In order for your faith to become deeper, you have to have determination. The song says, I'm determined to run, determined to run. You have to be determined. Don't expect to receive nothing if you ain't determined. We like things the microwave way. I'm gonna punch the numbers and I'm gonna get it right then. But nah, baby, it don't work like that. Sometimes you gotta season the meat all the way. You gotta wait. You gotta let the meat just thaw itself out. You can't just put it in the microwave to defrost itself. No, you gotta wait for it to be defrosted, and then you gotta put the seasoning on it. You gotta take your time. You just can't pour the seasoning all over the meat. You gotta let the seasoning marinate and get the juices all right. Then you just can't flour chicken any kind of way, because if you flour chicken any kind of way, when you fry it, the skin tends to fall off. You have to be determined that things are gonna work out. In spite of how long it may take, you have to be determined that everything is going to be all right. How deep is your faith? Galatians 6-9. Somebody get that for me. It's a familiar scripture. Galatians 6-9. Somebody gonna leave here today with an increase in faith. Don't get tired. See, that's the thing. I can vouch for it, because there's been times I done came in here on Sunday tired of the stuff that I had to deal with. Tired of dealing with black folks. Black folks don't want to show up for rehearsal all the time. I was tired. But see, you got to know that in due season that everything is going to be all right. It might not look all right now. Well, I don't know what you're going through tonight, but it might look bad right now. But I guarantee you, if you hold on and continue to be determined and have the faith that everything is going to be all right. Isaiah 40:31, we know that. For they that wait upon the Lord, he shall renew their strength. See, we don't like to wait on stuff. This woman had to wait for 12 long years. That's sad to have to wait that long. She was broke, didn't have no money. The credit card was getting declined. Her credit score then went down from inquiries, trying to get this and trying to get that. This woman didn't have a dime to her name. She couldn't even buy clothes no more, because she just had to wear the same stuff, because every time she went into a store, everything she touched, and if it didn't fit, it was unclean. And some of us are in this situation now. We've given all that we had. We put our faith in the doctors. I'm going to go to this doctor. I'm going to get a second opinion. Oh, no, I'm going to get saved. I'm going to get delivered. I'm tired of living any kind of way. Da-da-da-da-da-da. We know how we do it. We come to church, go to the altar. We get it right, then we go back out and do the same thing all over again. I done did it many times. I'm going to come to the altar and get saved. Oh, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. Back in the day, somebody made me mad, and I done cut somebody out just after I just can't. That's why we end up in situations where we have to wait on God. Don't just expect God to do something just because you came in here and told God thank you. Don't expect God to just bless you just because you came and paid your tithe. Don't just expect God to just bless you just for the little thing that you're supposed to do. It's when you put yourself in a position to where you know that if it had not been for God who was on your side, you know that you can look to the hills from which cometh all of your help. And all your help comes from who? It comes from God. It doesn't come from Facebook. It doesn't come from your mama. It doesn't come from your daddy. It doesn't come from you calling pastor in the midnight hour. It comes from the one who created you. You have to be determined. If you want to win this race, you got to be determined. You can't just come and playing around. See, that's what the one thing about sports. The team that's more determined is going to win. It doesn't matter how much practice you did. The person who wants it more will always get it. So you got to make it up in your mind that every day I want more of Jesus. Every day I want more of faith. Every day I want my faith to be increased. Every day I need Jesus to touch my mind. Every day I need Jesus to touch my heart. Every day I need Jesus to touch my soul. Every day I need Jesus to walk with me. Every day I need Jesus to talk to me. Every day I got to get down on my knees because I need the faith to make it. I need the faith to go to sleep at night knowing that demons are all around me trying to take me out in my sleep. I need the faith